Hey, how you doing?
Good. What's going on?
I'm happy for what you're doing. You're doing a phenomenal job.
Thank you very
First
much.
of
I
all,
appreciate it.
I have a question. My parents are visiting. Okay.
Right.
I'm in the process of getting my citizenship. However, it was delayed because they had already scheduled me, but I guess the rescheduling process is going on.
Right.
They actually reached out to me. I have an interview coming up for it. Question to you is, it's my mom and my stepdad.
Right.
So, would I be able to file for them here in the United States if they're present?
If they're visiting, you can, and you become a citizen, you can file for the adjustment for your mom. Yes, but you got to wait to become a citizen. Your stepdad, if your mom married your stepdad before you turned 18, you would be able to file for him as well. If not, you would not. So the question is, when did they get married?
Oh, well, they got married about 4 years ago.
How old are you? How old are you?
I'm 34.
Okay. So the answer is you cannot file for your stepdad. Only your mom would get a green card. Your stepdad would end up overstaying for a substantial period of time, wait on your mother to get her green card, and then your mother would have to turn around and file for him as a resident, which will also take several years, unfortunately.
Oh, so my mom would have to file for him.
Right. Okay. Because the only time you can file, the only time you're considered a stepchild of a man who is not, or a woman who is not your biological parent, is if the biological parent married the non-biological parent before your 18th birthday.
Okay, and with regards to the Biden situation that he's trying to come out with, would he be able to do that part, or?
Well, if he was, right now, we don't know what they're going to be coming out with. They have not actually presented to the world their legislation. All we have heard so far is what's been reported in the news, which is that if you were out of status on January 1st, 2021, and you were physically in the United States, you would be eligible to get some sort of conditional status through an amnesty that will eventually turn into a green card in 5 years. So the first question is was he out of status on January 1st? And you're going to tell me, no, he's here on a visitor's visa. But that, you can still, in the old amnesty from Ronald Reagan time, what people would do is that when they were here in legal status on a visitor's visa or on a student visa, they would then admit that they had worked while on their visas when they were not allowed to work, and that then made them out of status. They violated their visa status and then made them eligible for an amnesty. I'm sure many people will start admitting they were working while on a legal visa that didn't allow them to work, to show that they violated their status to get an amnesty. I'm sure people will be doing that.
Okay, and so you're saying once my mom get her 10 years, then she would be able to do his paperwork then?
Assuming the law doesn't change, correct. Everything, okay. The law, if we believe that the law is going to change, everything I'm telling you is out the window, so we'll have to see.
Okay.
All right.
And how long does it take when I do it for my parents, like for my mom, sorry, how long does that process take?
In Virginia, I would say about a year from the start to finish, from the time you put the papers in to adjust.
And can you do it?
Yes.
Because you're in New York, can you do it for us?
Yes, and I'll tell you why. I'm allowed, as an immigration attorney admitted in the state of New York, I'm allowed to practice it with the Immigration Service in all 50 states and every embassy around the world. So I can do it in all 50 states and around the world. And what the Immigration Service does now, in the past, we used to have to fly to Virginia or drive to Virginia or fly to California or fly to Texas to go for interviews. But now what the Immigration Service allows, both in court and for immigration interviews at USCIS, is they allow the lawyer to be there telephonically or by a video conference. So while we're in our office in New York by telephone or video conference representing you, before the judge or before the Immigration Service, you're physically there. So we can do it in all 50 states, and we do it straight from New York.
Okay.
All right.
I appreciate you.
All right,
and another question.
Yes.
What's the affidavit? Like, I know I have to have make certain amount of money for like filing for my mom. How much would that have to be?
Depends on how many people you have to support.
I have 2 kids.
And are you married?
Yes.
All right, so you're a family of 4.
Right.
All right, so as a family of 4, this is the general rule of thumb. Start at $20,000 for you sponsoring somebody too. Okay, and now your 3 additional people add $4,000 per person, so that's 4, 8, 12, 32,000.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'll be reaching out to your office.
Okay, be well.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. For more Bradshaw Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.